Say more about taking the time when you don't have the time to lean in and do this thing called conflict resolution.
Yeah, I mean, I get more frustrated as an individual when my team members are at each other fighting. It's all festering than when I'm a parent and walk in the door and hear my kids screaming at each other, right? And they're 6 and 5 and 4. It is the most frustrating thing ever when you've invested not only money but time into getting good human beings, talented people, passionate people on a team, and they're not getting along or they're having conflict that they can't resolve as professional adults. There's nothing more frustrating. I can tell you, because I've seen it go a lot of different ways. I've seen it fester, blow up, and somebody quit, and you can't repair the damage there. You just lost an awesome team member that you could have prevented losing. I've seen it go the way where I've fired some people, maybe wrongly fired some people that I could have repaired the damage there. I've seen it go a lot of different ways, but I was eating lunch with a local business owner here right before this, and he's a smaller size. He was the size we used to be. And I was talking about how he's in the dirt, working with the guys, getting to do all the things I used to love to do. I don't do that anymore. I'm not in the dirt. I'm trying to run and build an organization. He asked me, "What do you do all day?" And I'm like, that's a great question. What do I do all day? And we're sitting here talking about this. Peacekeeper, right? Like, yeah, I do some tactical stuff, but really investing into people. I mean, if I could take out, and this is going to sound egotistical, I don't mean it to be this way. If I could take out some of the passion and vision I have for where I think we can go in 10 years, and I could give just a little bit of that to the people that are frustrated or struggling, it fixes a lot of problems. The reason the people get frustrated and can't look past their differences with somebody inside the organization is because they don't have the vision where we want to go. They don't have the patience. They're not feeling the same way about our core values that I do. So that's really my job these days.
It's really true that vision is a premium thing for that to occur. Vision gets thrown around a lot, almost like it's just a vision statement. But what you're talking about, I want to highlight this because it's so key. It's this idea that if they could see what I see, if they could feel what I feel, they would not be arguing with each other right now. They would not be looking at their watch to see how quick they could get out of here right now. They would not be talking to that customer that way. They would be passionately running forward towards this vision. It's just like
a parent and kids.
You got to see what I see,
Yeah.
And figuring out how to unpack that to them in a way where they actually feel the way you feel about it is the job.
Yeah. When our culture was at its peak, right? Everyone on fire in the business was when everyone had the same vision and felt the same mission and was really living out our core values. When our culture was in our valleys, the dry periods, that's when people have lost the vision and don't feel the same way about our core values and don't buy into the mission. That's just the truth. And so me as the leader, it really falls on me because it means I've stopped pouring in to the team what the vision is, what the mission is, what is our purpose. There's people waking up and going to work in our company today in the dirt or in the office that don't really get the purpose of what they're doing. What needle are they moving over the next 10 years? I'm having a conversation tomorrow with somebody about it on staff. It's like, what do you see for yourself 10 years from now? If they can't see it, it's my job to help them see it. If they can't see it on their own, or maybe they see a version of it and they want to confirm that version aligns with where the company's going to go. Sometimes it doesn't align where the company's going to go.
What do you tell? So there's business owners right now listening who I know have a vision that they can see in their own mind, but it's not packaged in a way where they're able to articulate it, or they're going, I see it, I feel it, and I'm excited about it, but I can't seem to get my team on board. Practically, what do I do to help them see what I see?
Yeah, I mean that's the challenge of the CEO. I think the best CEOs are the people that get the most people passionate and excited about where the company can go. You look at Elon Musk, right? Like half the reason, people are buying it. It's almost a cult-like culture, right? There's several others. I really think that when people are struggling to get the vision, the purpose, sometimes it may not align, right? We've had folks who we really paint the picture for the vision, and maybe they're just in a tactical role where they're counting numbers. They don't care about the vision, right? They're just here. I'm going to make a paycheck. I'm going to do tactical things, whatever. And that's okay, right? I don't need every single person in the company on fire to make mining awesome. Accountants, like, do they even care about mining? Yeah, maybe not. But there are people that you better hope are on fire. They have to be on fire. Recruiting. How do we recruit people into our company to go work in the field and get dirty, cold, rainy, early morning, late nights? If that recruiter's not on fire, we're going to get stale people, right? Like, if our sales guy is not on fire and can pitch our company better than the CEO can pitch it, we're not going to get as many sales. So I don't want to confuse the message that every single employee in the company has to be on fire and passionate and, align with the purpose of the company. But a lot of them do.
I disagree. I think even the accountant, because the accountant is sitting by a salesperson, if they're not fired up about why we exist at some level, at least the way accountants get fired up. I mean, there's different temperaments, and passion's going to look different for different people. But I don't want anybody that just has a job, even in accounting, even in IT, because if that's in them, then it's in our culture, and one bad apple can spoil the whole batch. I mean, I want that up, down, sideways, 360. Like, I want everybody on the team to have this sense of like what we're doing matters. And it may not be as front lines as the salesperson, or it may not be as front lines as recruiting, but that sense of unity of we're here to make a difference and we have to be able to have each other's six.
Yeah. And I guess I should clarify, because if you're not passionate about your specific role and what you're doing and the role player that you are, that's an issue. Because, culture can start downhill with one person. So that's where it goes back to me, good human beings, right? If it's not a good human being, we've had awesome people, and then we've had jerks. And sometimes the jerks are the top performers, right? But they cause an issue with culture. I don't know that, making life better in the mining industry for tactical people, if they're not passionate about their specific role, they can't get that specific role done effectively for the company. But do they need to really be concerned with making the mine? It doesn't hurt, but I'm not gonna be as upset that one of our tactical people in a tactical role is not completely on fire with the mission. Maybe that's wrong. I could change my staff, change my mind a lot in the past.
I would imagine that your people are closer to it, even in accounting, than you might realize. Because when you stand up and you tell stories to the whole staff about here's a difference that we're making, or here's a team member whose life is better, or here's a customer that we really went out of the way. Like, it's like what we said earlier, people want to be a part of something that's bigger than themselves.
Yeah.
And so nobody wants to be just an accountant. They want to be an accountant for the purpose of we're a part of something that's making a difference.
Yeah.
And I think you've probably created something that everyone on your team feels connected to the mission of the place, even if the job is a more rote, just typical boring job.
Yeah. And part of that's, coming to a startup, right? Like, if you're in accounting or, really anything tactical, you're coming to a startup that's in the mining space. I mean, that's kind of a little bit of a bold move, right? To get accounting folks that want to go be involved in not only a startup, but a startup in a big, old, scary industry like mining. Yeah, I mean, they're brought in their own special way.
It's kind of an adventure.
Yeah.
It's a risky,
it's a wild ride.
Edgy, there's energy there.
Yeah.